Guys, let's start talking about Avatar Fire and Ash. We're gonna address your comments after we are done because there's a lot to say and it's hard to formulate actually.
Yeah.
It's hard to put into words what we have to explain about the movie. And I hope that we are understood correctly. I really hope so
Let's
because
hope.
nobody will say the things that we are about to say about Avatar. I
Indeed.
watched many reviews, never heard any of what I'm about to say. And yes, thank you, King of Monsters, for the good wishes. But yeah, I'm doing everything I can, but you know how colds can be very stubborn. So let's start. So, guys, Avatar in general is not made so people can just go and see it and dismiss it as this Pocahontas story. This is what is happening,
Foreign good, foreign good.
or that. This is what is happening. But at mass, people still accept it, and subconsciously they always want to see it, which is a good sign. And already the new movie, made $760 million just in like what, 4 days,
Yeah.
which is amazing. So it's definitely gonna hit at least $1 billion. Now that's not what we're here to talk about. So I'm really trying to really explain things the best way that I can.
Yeah, basically that this is not just the spectacle of a movie, that people don't have to see it just as that, and that it really isn't a retread of Pocahontas dancing with the wolves and Ferngully, which I'm tired of hearing that.
Okay, we're gonna explain though.
So, of course.
First of all, James Cameron did not was not James Cameron was not born yesterday. So he wrote that movie in 1995. Like some people haven't even been born that watch the movies now. Back then he had this idea. Many Hollywood directors, including James Cameron, have read many books to formulate their ideas. And James Cameron apparently read some spiritual books. And spiritual books range from the Tibet side of things and some not. I mean, there's many types of spiritual books. Some are super enlightening and amazing, some are not. You may not believe in any of this, but it exists.
But it's there.
There's a lot. There's a lot. And if you want to come up with something very, very meaningful, you have to know some spiritual things, spiritualism, many layers about that. Basically, this is the one thing that never ends, and you can always study it, like always, it never ends. Also, this is not a religion. This is not a religion talk. This is not about religion. This is very important distinction, because although we have Awa in the movie, and she is their deity, this is not about religion, actually. It's about faith, but we're gonna get to that. And faith and religion are two different things.
Like, totally different things, yeah.
Religion is something that people came out with, out of their agendas, out of what they're driven by. It is actually not the fundamentals of what true faith and spiritualism truly are, what God is supposed to be. Basically, people that claim that they can speak for God, they came up with a bunch of rules that sometimes are connected to what God says, but sometimes they're absolutely not, and they're twisting them and then turning them into whatever they want people to do for their own control purposes. But Avatar has nothing to do with any of this. Avatar, in general, is like pure and simple spiritual. It's a spiritual movie. The first one, the second one, the third one, spiritual movies in general. The whole idea is only about the spirit and how the spirit manifested. What the spirit is manifesting into is the animals, is the nature, is us. In this case, of course, us. I literally mean us, and I mean people and the Navi. and what is happening when we go against nature. And this is what happened to Earth. We destroyed Earth. We went against nature. We were consumers. We consumed everything that the planet has to offer, and now we went to another world so we can consume that world. And these ideas are not ludicrous. These ideas are based on our current existence and on our existence in general and how we go about things. Our destructive nature. We also have good nature, but we also have bad nature. So James Cameron took a lot of spiritual ideas and spiritual concepts, and through this very simple story that everybody are criticizing, he is putting forward a spiritual story and a mirror that he puts in the face of humanity, basically. That is what it is. And please keep in mind that this has nothing to do, because again, this movie was written like, how many years is that? 30? 30 years ago? This movie, this idea about it is written long before we had wokeness and stupidity. We have nothing woke in this movie. We have no activism in this movie. This whole movie is not about activism, especially not like how we see it today. Because one of the criticisms about Avatar is that first, it doesn't have an original story, and second, it's about activism. None of those things are valid. Because this story, that's like a Pocahontas story or whatever, is just so we can see this mirror. This mirror could be put against us so we can see ourselves there. We can see what we are doing and what we could do better. So James Cameron took something that everybody can understand in terms of a simple story, put it on the screen, and behind all of that story is actually the truth. It's actually what he wants to show the world. And it does speak to many people, and it does seep into you, even if it's subconsciously. So that's the idea. The whole idea of Avatar is to make you feel and make you think that we are not entitled to do whatever the F we want to ourselves, to animals, and to nature. We will have consequences, and we see those consequences in our real lives and to our own planet. These are very serious things. These are facts. These are not some crazy ideas or concepts. And he just took the spiritual truths that he believes in, that he read, and he put them all into those 3 movies so far. So, what we have here is that he made a compelling story, well, should be compelling, and he put it on screen. So the story is compelling, but what we see in the reviews are just people that are extremely cynical, extremely to their freaking core, and that's also the point. Exactly those people are the people that don't believe in anything. Exactly those people are the people that are jaded, and exactly those people will never see Avatar. Like see, like the meaning of see in the movie, I see you. Everybody are making fun of that as well. That is exactly what these people are actually, they're proving the point. That this movie is showing you everything that you need to know to really question how you live your life. If you're a bad person, if you're not, and those people, to me, they're not good people. If you don't see that, you're missing something fundamental of yourself, or you've forsaken that part that makes you human. Because this is exactly what those movies are. All of those movies are. It makes you believe in that part that makes you human, and that part that makes you human is the more part, that part that is the spiritual part of you, the highest part of you. So maybe this sounds very out there, but this is exactly how any writing process starts. If you're a director or a writer, you first know from the very beginning, from the very core of what your idea is supposed to be, of what your idea is supposed to represent, and then you write something to be a facade for that, so you can make people consume it, so you can make people go and see it. Do you think that if James Cameron just put out a movie that was about like literally a spiritual journey, how many people are gonna see that?
How many people would see that? Yeah.
No, he developed all of those technologies and all of that concept that seems so out there about the blue Navi. Oh, it's so funny because they're blue. Ah ha ha. Just so people can have something shiny to look at, and they can go to the cinema and have this experience, which is again actually spiritual. So those people that will never see it as spiritual, well, I can't help them. This is about their nature, and
not to mention that
the mirror didn't work there.
if he didn't put everything in that nice package, the studios also wouldn't believe probably in that spiritual story. Because
Yeah, exactly.
the
Yeah,
spiritual movies would be more,
he had to sell it to the studios as well.
Yeah, so because real spiritual movies, that don't have that package actually, are most of the time are either indie movies or low budget and things like that. Kevin Sorbo is doing things like that, for example. But
Yeah.
he's doing it on his own, right?
Yeah, and not many people are seeing that.
But not many people see that. And how are you
James
going
Cameron
to
was
reach
smart.
the people? How are you going to
Yeah.
reach all the people and show the story?
Yeah, James Cameron was smart, very smart. So all the drive that he has for creating these technologies and these concepts and all of those things, they're just so he can tell a spiritual story.
Yeah.
That's it. That's really what Avatar is all about. It's a mirror that's supposed to, for us, we're supposed to look at it, and if we still have some humanity left and a soul, we were supposed to say, oh yeah, we could be better. We can definitely be better to nature and animals. Is that such a wild concept? Like, there's so many people that help animals, like we help animals, much as we can. Helzo, Disgusting helps animals. We just organized actually a last donation for the year. We donated a bunch of food for 35 animals, dogs and cats. Like one woman saved all the animals, and she can barely feed them. She doesn't have the money for it. She only asks for food, so we send that food to her today. And yeah, this brings so much meaning to one's life when you do something like that. And actually, we just lost the amazing and the amazing and the amazing Brigitte Bardot, who saved so many animals, and she helped even Bulgaria to save our bears that were in the circus that were treated horribly, to free those bears, and to that never happened again. She saved them from animal cruelty and horrible life. She's an amazing woman. So if you live like her, you know that you lived a full life being useful for animals and humanity, because you're helping also other people that want to help animals. And when you help animals, you only create love and spread love. You don't create hate. You don't bring war. You do the opposite. So in Avatar, we see how humans destroyed their own planet. They went to another planet where they are the freaking aliens. They are feeling so entitled that they wanted to crush the nature there and to extract everything for themselves. It's like it's theirs. How like the hubris in that. The hubris is disgusting. I still can't believe how some people say that they're on the side of the humans because they're humans.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're blind. This is not. This is exactly why we are there. We are going in the direction that we're going today, because you think like that. Siding with humans because you are human. It's not even about being like the species. It's about being a human and on the inside, like doing the right thing. Like being human means doing the right thing, being a good person. If you lose your humanity, that's it. You're not longer a person. Like people that are cruel to animals, they're not humans.
That's again like when you have people who are cruel to animals or other people and they do bad things, but their mothers and fathers defend them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are defending a monster.
Because they're children.
Just because they're relatives.
A monster, yes. Just because they're relatives. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, someone did something wrong and horrible, they did it. There's no coming back from that. So you can't just defend them because whatever reason. So it's the same. It's not about taking sides in Avatar. That just way everybody's head like back then. It was about doing the right thing. That's why Jake decided to, not because he was in love with Neytiri. He was in love with Neytiri because she showed him the truth. She showed him the real way, the way of the spirit, the way of, even if you kill animals, you still honor them. You use everything in the animal. You don't waste it. You give them respect. then you connect to God, because when you're conscious about those things in your spirituality, you can actually really connect to God in your own way, which is a very individual thing. And very recently, Blair White, if you know who that is, she was atheist for 30 freaking years, which is all of her life because she's only 30. Like atheist, complete atheist, cynicism all the way, atheist. And now all of a sudden something so dramatic and profound happened in her life. She had an experience, and now she believes in God. And not only God, but Jesus in particular.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you haven't seen that video, you have to see it. The point is that when you are open to that, you also can experience more of that. But when you're close to that, you're literally closing your door, because we have free will. We can close that door on the inside and say, no, no God, no nothing. I'm going to be a cynical bitch or whatever. And I'm not going to believe in anything. And we understand why people would do that, of course, because life is so hard. But again, if they open that door, they'll understand why life is so hard and other things that they're very nuanced. It's a very nuanced topic, it's a very complicated topic, but James Cameron chose to show um, those particular parts, at least, of the spiritual ideas that will only say to us, hey, maybe not be a bad person, please, like pretty please, no. Look what you're doing to the nature and to animals. Look what suffering you're causing. That's all the point. It's not the point about the Navi or the humans. All are human. Like the Navi are human, they're humanoids, whatever, doesn't matter. That's just a facade, once again. They're just a facade to show us how we could be if we only were more spiritual, we are more open to something that's invisible but is still within us. Because it helps us talk and walk every day, is that energy that we don't see. So he at least showed through some science as well how, like, synapses in the trees are connected to earth, and what they do, how amazing this is, because many people don't know these things. So he kind of had to invent this whole flora and fauna and connected to how the flora and fauna on earth would work or is working, but made it more, even more spiritual, more active, so to speak, more to be seen, so to speak, because you cannot connect to a tree, well, you can hug the tree, you know but you don't have a tail in which to connect. That's still a metaphor. Everything is an allegory in the movie, everything's a metaphor, the connection, all of that. It's just to show that those people are so spiritual that they even connected this link that they can physically connect to something and go there in the spiritual world and connect with their deity Ewa. And this is very seen in this movie as well, and amazingly shown at the end of the movie, especially. Absolutely amazing. I cried. I cried a lot, because when you have read these books, and there are many, many, many books from different authors with different levels of understanding. But when you read such books throughout your whole life, like I did, and when you see those concepts realized on screen, you immediately recognize them. It's no longer this Pocahontas story.
No.
And now you see everything. Now you see this is a facade. Now you see that everything else is more important than the concept of the story. Concept of the story is just to be consumed by the masses, and maybe something from the other things are gonna get through, like I said. So you see that there's a spiritual world. You see that if you connect to it, if you connect to the goddess, she will help you. In this case, she, whatever. Then you see the ash people, the fire people, that are the opposite of that. Those people disconnected with Ewa, they turned their back to her, and she turned their back to them. Basically, when they did that, they already disconnected their connection to her. Now, in the movie, it's explained that they were in dire need, and she didn't help. But it seems as though they were already disconnected from her because of their cynical view and entitlement. They were already evil to their core. Ava, of course, sees that because, well, she's the goddess of the whole freaking planet. And she said, no, I'm not gonna keep those people safe anymore. They don't deserve my protection. That's what happened. And then they turn to destruction. Then they turn to fire, which is a destructive power. So In the first movie, you see what happened. It laid the grounds for everything. In the second movie, you see the way of water, which is again a spiritual thing. How you connect, how you flow, how you coexist, what water means. Well, that again is complicated, but water is something amazing, of course. The sea creatures there, how intelligent they are, how
Also
people want to
the
still exploit them.
and the water gives life. That's one of the
Yeah, those
also the
people are
differences.
life. They are also
Yeah.
life. They appreciate and worship life itself with the way of water. Water, that's what water represents. And fire represents destruction.
Hmm.
So some people complain that they didn't see enough of fire in the tribe. Do you think that they're gonna burn themselves every 5 seconds?
It was also I mean, Jesus Christ, it was the thing that they were doing, the whole destruction. That was the fire. That was the power of fire. Also, they wanted uh, gun power. You know, also
Whatever is
that
more
was also
destructive.
fire. Whatever is more destructive, they didn't want the spears and the other things anymore. They wanted something that goes boom, as we say, which is the fire. Just the fact that they were ready to take it and wanted more shows enough of a firepower to what people were saying. And by the way, talking about Pocahontas and the other things that people make always parallels to it, those stories don't have that spiritual part. Actually,
Ah,
there
no.
is nothing spiritual in Ferngully. There is nothing spiritual in Pocahontas. There is nothing spiritual in uh, what was it in Dancing with the Wolf and with the Wolves and things like that. There is just the simple story of a guy who is from one side of the party goes to the other side, see how they live. He goes in love, and that's why he actually does what he
He
does.
goes in love.
He falls in love. Yeah, I was thinking about one of a foreign guy who was going somewhere and things like that. Yeah. So yeah, there is no spiritual part there. You can't see it. You can watch those movies and not see anything. They're just okay movies, actually. Not something that woohoo. Yeah, we're going to say even today. Most people don't remember Ferngully, by the way.
I
Yeah,
I have no idea.
right. I
Yeah.
mean, so
Okay, hold on for a sec. I have to mod Thomas before we continue.
oh yeah, in the superhero channel, okay. And no, Yasto, I'm actually getting better because you ask if I'm getting sick. No, that's my last phase when it's usually just sore throat and then the coughing, and the coughing is the last phase for me.
Yeah, it's great.
So it's
It's
a
great,
bit
isn't it?
lighter, yeah. Sometimes,
Okay,
most of the time, but not always.
before we continue, I'm gonna make a pause because I gotta clear my throat, and we're gonna be back in 30 seconds.
Hmm.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. It's just very, very difficult to talk. Very. Hey, do we have? No. Okay. So we're almost done with that part. And we're gonna check your comments at the end.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's about the spiritual part. I mean,
Yeah,
usually everything has some kind of a meaning. Everything.
exactly.
Even Quaritch, when I take a look at his character arc here, no spoilers, but he had a chance to be reasoned with. But unfortunately,
Multiple times, yeah.
the moral of the story about Quaritch is that he's conditioned soldier. Like Jake, he was not a conditioned soldier.
Mm.
He was like a retired soldier. So he had a moment to be amongst normal humans and, have a normal life. He was injured. He was in a wheelchair. Puppies.
Goldie? Yeah.
Puppies. And when his brother died in the first movie, he had to step in. So
Let's see what's happening here.
yeah, we have to stop the puppies before we continue. Before they get into a fight or something. Gucci.
I think it's messing with
Yeah. Oh, to.
you.
Managed to go, just спокойно. Okay. So, if you think about it, those are two soldiers, but one he had a chance to touch humanity. I mean, to be with humanity. Jake, that is, and the other was like born and bred. He's basically freaking Zod.
Basically, yeah, basically. Yeah.
He's Zod.
Exactly. For him, it was only the
Yeah.
mission.
Yeah, he still didn't see the point at all. Like, Jake even tried to talk to him. He was like, you haven't even seen what this place has to offer. Like, it's so much deeper than you think. That is like a note to the audience saying, hey, audience, this is the whole thing, the whole story, the whole freaking thing that you see here. Pandora, everything. So much deeper than you think. That's exactly
Much
how it
deeper,
is.
yes.
And Quaritch is like the audience, the critics, who was like, no, I'm still gonna kill you all, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
So
I'm still going to say that these blue people there, it doesn't matter. It just matters for which team you play and all the stuff like that. Yeah.
nonsense. So he doesn't
Nonsense.
care when he kills women and children brutally. He doesn't care about anything.
He's actually ready to go all the way the things that he does in that movie. So actually stepping with one foot from the other side just to use what he can use from the other side, not from the human side, from the other side, so that he actually achieve his mission. So he doesn't even care all that much about are the people wrong or right. He just cares, I have my mission.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
I want to succeed it because I always did it before, and that's it.
Yeah, he just takes orders.
Nothing more. Yeah.
So it's just so stupid. It's counterproductive. It makes no sense. I mean, from a logical perspective, we know that it makes sense for him. From a character perspective, it doesn't make sense in general as a human being. He lost all of his humanity. That's the point, all of it. And the only thing that he has left that resembles humanity is the fact that he cares about his son. But that's it. That's really it. That's really it. Just because he's the only thing that he has left that is human, still in a human form as well. So that is his last humanity, actually, his son. But if you're not your son, if you're just a baby, oh, you're dying. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're just dead.
Yeah.
So he has absolutely no morals, no nothing. He's disgusting. And that fire lady as well. She's so full of hate that she forsaken freaking Ewa, the nature and the whole path of the Navi. It's really horrible. How they look like demons and everything. Everything has some kind of a symbolism.
Yeah, and they were more savage, and they were doing something that it's really
evolving backwards.
dishonorable to the other Navi.
One guy was a kamikaze.
Basically. Yeah, they have that. Yeah.
So not gonna get into, of course, a major character or whatever happened. Like we said, no spoilers. Just some minor thing, just to prove the point that everything has some kind of a meaning. And in the whales, that's touching. The way I
Oh
just couldn't
yeah,
stand
and there's the
whatever was
spiritual part
happening.
there with the Amrita thing that they actually,
Yeah,
even in the
tell us
second
what
movie,
is
they
Amrita, George?
Amrita is a divine liquid that
Substance.
actually substance, yeah, that that's in Hindu mythology. I was going to say Indian, but no, in not mythology, but belief. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
say religion, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's literally put in the movie.
it's literally in the
It's
movie.
not
Yes.
made up by James
Mm,
Cameron.
mm,
It's put
yeah.
in the movie, and they're selling it for sorry, and they're selling it on Earth for billions of dollars. I mean,
Which would have happened if people really had access to that liquid.
thank God
Yeah.
they don't.
Mm,
So those are real stuff that actually exist somewhere, which is very complicated, and it's
mm,
not the point for us to explain these things. But the point is that James Cameron read books, guys,
yeah.
and if anybody reviews this movie on face value, they're not reviewing the movie at all.
Not at all. Yeah.
This is like very rare case in history. I'm not sure I remember that happening on any other movie, because any other movie was never that spiritual. I mean, of
No.
course, you can say anything that has to do with Christ, but yes, that is, of course, about Christ, when he goes on the cross. But this is what happened to him, which is all by itself much deeper again than people realize.
Yeah, and most of the time, really misunderstood actually.
Everything's misunderstood when it's spiritual.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Avatar, because Avatar just has so many spiritual ideas, it's a mirror to humanity, all those things. Nobody sees that.
Yeah. Again, you really need to either be, let's say, on that level or initially or something along the way of your life to happen, so that like just like with Blair White, as you
Mm-hmm.
said, so that you actually turn to this site and knowledge and actually then watch the movie and then see it, because before that you just wouldn't be able to see it. It will be either you won't see it at all, or you will think that it's just a spectacle and nothing more special. That again, when people tell me that they don't like Avatar but Dune, but they like Dune, Jesus Christ, people.
That's because they don't understand Avatar
There
at
is
all.
nothing in Dune, not even in the freaking book, because I have read it. I was going to fall asleep anyway. Uh,
And nothing
I
spiritual
have
there.
read in the comic books too. There are comic books adaptations. I've seen some of the TV shows adaptations. I watched the old movie too. I watched the new movies. Nothing, nothing. Thank you, King. Nothing that is it's spiritual. Nothing interesting, not even as a sci-fi fan. Even if we left the spiritual thing aside, not even as a sci-fi fan, nothing interesting there. I'd rather see movies about Warhammer. There will be no spiritual thing is
Yeah.
exactly what but I'd rather see that. Whereas in Avatar, really, that's not only a sci-fi movie, that's spiritual sci-fi movie.
Yes, the sci-fi is just there again
Sci-fi
so
is
we
just
can
there.
spread the other
Yes, it's just there,
ideas.
so that also he can spread the idea, so that he can have all his metaphors that he wants to
Analogies,
show. Yeah,
subtext.
the subtext, even the use of the word avatar, because to this day many people think that this was words specially recognized from
Anime.
the anime, which arguably is an anime. To me, it's an animation.
That's another
It
topic
wasn't
though,
made in Japan, but
George.
that's another topic. But no, avatar again is a spiritual word.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a copyright trademarks and everything like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It just means that you're using a body to be in the physical world. I mean, from one hand, but it's also used to say that a high level spiritual being is inhabiting a physical body to do a mission on Earth. That's
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
meaning.
That's why
And
we use that term also in gaming. Like when we say create your avatar, this is the guy with who you're going to play. This is your representation in this world, in the game that you
Yeah.
have. Yeah.
Just like Jake, through his avatar, he was able to experience the Navi world fully and completely because he can't when he was a human. And now, because Spider, as a human, he's the only one who is there. And something happens to him in this movie which allows him to fully experience the world, which is
Absolutely.
amazing. So, okay, let me think. Okay, so to recap, I mean, otherwise, the movie is a great spectacle. It doesn't feel like 2 hours.
No, I didn't feel that.
And something we were very lucky because our movie theater was one of these with the fluffy reclining chairs that you can move like forward and back, and those are very, very comfy. So thankfully my butt was not so not happy. So yeah, it didn't feel at all like 3 hours. I have no idea how the 3 hours passed.
No, really.
I have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
Every interesting was seen. Everything was great connected. It connects with the second movie. It connects with the first movie. Nothing that some people say that a lot of this could have been cut. Man, nothing should have been cut. Everything makes sense there.
Yeah, all the scenes are important.
Every dialogue, everything is important.
There's character, of course, character development with Naitiri, how she goes through this circle of hatred, but then she understands, she gets out of it, she overcomes it.
All those characters actually have their development. Loak, their son, Kiri, Sigourney Weaver's character.
Yeah, there's something special with her character at the end, which King probably you're gonna like that. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So beautiful, I cried. Oh my gosh, I don't want to think about it. I'm gonna cry again. So yeah, it's amazing.
Indeed, amazing movie. Again, from a spiritual side, from a movie side, this is how we should do movies. That's really James Cameron proves that he not only read some books, the books that he should have read, actually, that we all should have read, but that he also remembers how to do good movies in today's era when everything is kind of bleh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, but the sad part is that all the people that saw it, they think that it's dog shit. They like Mr. H review said that it's a psychedelic shit or nightmare or bullcrap. I don't know what the word he used. I mean, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This is so insulting. But again, it's because he doesn't know. It's ignorance.
Yeah, it's ignorance, yeah.
So when you're ignorant, there is nothing else that you can see that is more. Because you don't know, you just don't know. So, another thing. I talked to a woman that's like a random woman, let's say. I mean, I know her, but usually in general, she's like a random woman. I just know her because she has a doggy. So I talked to her today, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to see Avatar." And I'm like, "Oh, cool, I just saw it." I mean, like right after, I went out with the puppies. And I saw her, and she's like, I'm going now. Wow. I'm like, well, I just saw it. And she's like, oh, I can't wait. How was it? I mean, it's amazing, it's so spiritual. It's a spiritual movie. She's like, oh, I know it's a spiritual. Oh, I really like the first one, not much the second one, but I know it's spiritual. I'm like, you know that it's a spiritual movie? Oh my god, that's amazing. But at least people in Bulgaria are not so jaded and so cynical.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as I said before, I have a friend who liked the third movie. He loves all the three, actually, by his review, but he doesn't understand the spiritual point. For him, it's a great movie with great characters. And
at least he understands
that. But at least he understands that. He didn't say, no, that's a dog shit of a movie. And, nothing makes sense. Psychedelic. Mr. H reviews just have to shave off his beard. Yeah.
No, he's very cynical all the time.
So yeah, indeed. I mean, there were a lot of kids in for that movie.
Kids should not be brought to this movie.
They shouldn't. Yeah.
It's brutal, man.
I suppose that the parents do that because either they have no other way to see the movie, they have to bring the kids, or they just want to show the spectacle. But okay, let's hope that at at least this will show to the kids what is a quality movie, and they will remember at least that for now.
At least remember to not butcher animals
Yeah,
for
that's
your
true.
own personal
That's true.
gain
Yes,
and
that's true.
nothing else.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's
Disgusting.
call that at least that. But I really have no idea what people are doing, what the kids are doing in
Yeah.
that movie.
So the pacing was great, characters
Mm,
were great. There are some moments with Jake and how he deals with loss, how he deals with his son Loak,
mm,
who is now his only son,
yeah.
basically. I mean, only son that's from
Well,
him.
the biological.
Yeah. How Loak deals with loss, how his friends support him, like the water people, what they're doing, how they're contributing.
Mm,
Even some of the older characters showed up in this movie. I was surprised. I was like, "Oh, where are you
mm.
guys?" Um, I'm thinking, of course, CGI was perfect. There's nothing to say
Oh
about the
yeah,
CGI.
of course. And that's
It's perfect.
nothing to wonder that actually James Cameron waited for so many years to actually do the movies. He, as you said, he wrote that in 1995, but he waited to do it because he needed the
Yeah,
technology, and most
yeah,
of the
he
technology
waited.
he discovered himself. Actually,
I thought he invented
he
it.
invented it. I mean, yeah.
He invented it. He
So
had
here
to
we are.
work with initially what was already there, but then he invented
Mm,
whatever he could to reach that photorealism and whatever. So what he did for the movie, for the whole movie scene for
yeah,
movies,
for movies, indeed, yeah.
is historical and it's
Also,
groundbreaking.
yeah, proving with the actors that doing the motion capture is actually acting still. It's
It's now
not,
performance capture
yeah, performance capture. As we
because
say.
it's like one to what the
Yeah,
actors are doing. So that's why I do think that they should be recognized for their work here.
mm,
Because when you see, even if you don't see exactly Zoe Saldana's face, that is
it's still
exactly
her.
what she's doing
Yeah,
physically with
she's
her
doing those
whole
things.
body and face.
Mm,
Because, I mean, to not recognize this is crazy. There's even a Stephen Lang video on YouTube
mm,
in which he explains the whole process and how much more acting there is in it. It's like
yeah,
the opposite of what people think. It's so much more.
have to
And
do so much more indeed. Yeah.
if you're an actor, you have to become better actor to do this. So they deserve recognition. I'm so happy that she got an Oscar.
Mm,
She
yeah,
so
finally, yeah,
deserve it.
finally.
But she needs an Oscar for this, okay?
Yeah.
Also, the granddaughter of Charlie Chaplin, I forgot her first name.
Someone Chaplin.
She's amazing.
Una, Ona, Luna.
I don't know.
Thanks, baby. Okay.
I don't remember names. But she's amazing. She's amazing.
Indeed.
She's what Neytiri could be if she was freaking evil.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And yeah, I totally love Sigourney Weaver, and I love that guy that plays the little tiny, sweet, cute boy.
Tiny sweet cute boy.
The human boy. I forgot his
Spider.
name. Spider, yes.
John or Jack Champion.
Yeah, Jack Champion.
He's a champion apparently.
Yeah, he's so cute and adorable. He has such a heart, like amazing heart.
Indeed,
So
yeah.
in the second movie, it was a bit annoying, kinda.
I think that's what he was supposed to be.
Yeah,
in
he
the
was
second
supposed to
movie
be that
until he actually
until he grows up a bit.
Yeah.
But now, like he shows such a strength of character. So when you take a look at the journey and the character struggles that Nightiri had, it's amazing. It's so heartfelt. So even on a human level, it's so heartfelt. So I don't get how people don't see that. They don't relate to the family story. How can you not relate to this? Like you have a human soldier, Jake Sully, that did the right thing. He was an actual hero.
Yeah.
He was so worthy that freaking Turuk chose him. And he became the Turuk Makto. That is so fundamental and profound. You have freaking evil Quaritch who had his own journey and almost something there like
Almost indeed.
something
Almost.
like human and then or whatever. I'm gonna spoil it. You have the old human characters that I hate with passion by this point because they represent everything that is wrong with us.
Everything that is wrong, indeed. Yeah.
Everything that's wrong with humanity. Everything that we have to destroy, because if we don't, it will destroy us.
Yeah, everything
That's
that
the
brought us to
point.
this point that the earth there is.
Everything are those cynical, disgusting, sleazy corporate people
Yeah.
They just have to die, and that's it.
Absolutely, yeah.
That mindset,
Absolutely.
that whole mindset of always taking until everything is dead, that has to die. That the whole thing, that's evil incarnate, that's destruction incarnate, everything. That's exactly what the fire people are, because they're jaded, they hate, they want to burn the world just to feel better, but they don't realize that there's nothing to be, there's nothing there anymore. I mean, if they burn the world, they will not live in anything. Instead of like becoming better, and they're becoming worse, which means they are weak characters. I mean, they have weak character traits. That's what I mean. You know how when you're in school and you're bullied, something bad happens to you, and then you decide to become a bully yourself? So you want to inflict pain on someone else? Those are the weak characters, the weak people, the weak souls, so to speak. But if you rise above that and try to help people and to prevent that, those are the strong people. And this is exactly what happened to me, of course, and actually to Owen too.
Yeah, indeed.
We were both bullied, but we decided to do the opposite, not be a bully.
Not be a bully,
Because
yes.
we didn't want anybody to feel what we felt when we were bullied.
Exactly.
So that's empathy, that's humanity. And when you become evil, you're no longer human to me. I'm sorry, you're losing your humanity. So it's a great mirror, this movie. This movie, also, every movie is a great mirror to humanity. There's some good payoffs in the movie. It's long for a reason, and every scene should be there. Every scene should be there, absolutely. It is direct continuation of the second movie. It's basically, they were supposed to be only one movie about the two things, but that was impossible, so that's why they were split in two. Otherwise, we're gonna have a 7-hour movie.
No, but
And I don't know if the saga continues, but there are some characters that I would like to see die, finally, in horrible, torturous pain.
as they deserved.
As they deserve, because again, they're evil incarnate, they must be destroyed. And that did not happen here. So if there's Avatar 4 and 5, like James originally planned, oh dear God, please just let those people get out of Pandora for good, like please,
Yeah.
Oh God.
Let them go away.
Yeah.
Kill them now.
I just can't handle the horrible pain and suffering that I feel every time that anything dies in this movie. I just can't stand it, okay? So, of course, we give this movie 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to give it.
After everything we said, is there any doubt that we give it 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's 10 out
To
of
the
10.
whole trilogy so far, it's actually 10 out of 10, yeah.
Like, this is the only movie franchise that is filled to the brim with meaning. Everything is like something that means something. Like, even the ways that, by the way, the way that they pull the bow, they do it with the opposite hand and the opposite way. It's like the opposite. We're doing like this, and they're doing it like this. That's also unique. And they even recreated all the Navi's clothes by hand to see how that they're gonna function in real life.
Yeah.
They painted a freaking person to see how that's gonna look in real life. They went like above and beyond for this movie. And all that some people can see, like Grace Reno, is to be, should James Cameron present natives like that? Oh, should James Cameron now talk about racism? Because now Neytiri is racist. Are you kidding me now, Grace?
The woman who said that I'm a woman and I care that in Avengers Doomsday there are no female characters and things like that. Yeah.
No.
If people listen to that person, I mean.
So, I mean, Neytiri does have a problem with humans, because of course that she would.
Of course
and
she
she
would, yeah.
hates the heck out of them, because, yeah, that's what's gonna happen when you lose your kid in the previous movie because of those freaking humans. But she's not racist. That's more like a speciesism.
More like that, yeah.
But it's not even, how to say this? She doesn't hate humans like we would hate someone. Like, I mean, some people that are racist will actually hate the race. She doesn't do that. I mean, it seems like that. But when you see it actually in the movie and you think about it, she hates what they do. Not because they're from the sky and they're the sky people, they are pink or whatever. The pink people. She doesn't hate the color of their skin or whatever it is. She hates what they do, how they are. This is not any racism or speciesism. It's about their actions. So you can't put modern crap. You can't use modern words to describe what she feels because this is so disingenuous. It's not true. She hates them because what they do, what they have done to her family, the planet, the animals, everything.
Everything, absolutely everything.
I mean, if you are attacked by God knows what type of a human, with whatever skin color, you're not gonna hate them for their skin color. You're gonna hate them for their actions. And then, yeah, you're gonna associate their skin color with what they have done. But not all people do that, you know. We know that, some people are doing crime and they're of a particular color, but we know that not all people do that. So we can't automatically become racist just because some parts of those people do something. This is not objective, this is stupid. It is about how a person grew up. It's about where they grew up. It's about did they had parents? Did they or they didn't have parents. It's about did they grew up in a good place, but then they went to a bad company.
Yeah, that
All of
specifically,
those
yeah.
things. You can be white, you can be black, you can be Asian, and you can become a lot of good things and a lot of bad things, depending on where you were,
Hello, Nasco.
how you grew up. So a lot of people are like literally racist because of skin color. Some people, but in this movie, it's not about that.
That's not the case, yeah.
James Cameron is never on the surface. He's never that surface level. It's always something deeper. And by how she was feeling, how she was suffering, what she was saying, and she had a great conversation with Jake. It's obvious. It's obvious. It's about what they do.
Also, it's not a representation of natives and things like that.
And of course, she's
That's
gonna
another
stay
thing,
pink or whatever to point out the differences.
The differences, yeah.
Just because she has to say something and to sound bitter and hateful because she's hating them, but again, nothing to do with how they look like. Just we have to point something out. Just to say that you're talking about these people.
I mean, Native Americans also used to say the pale skins, so
Yeah, everybody are doing that. It's like technically human nature. We try to describe
yeah,
the thing that you're talking about.
exactly.
That's it. So 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And that's it.
Yeah, absolutely 10 out of 10. Go see it, guys. Really, if you can't understand the spiritual part, at least you actually see a great movie. Way better than anything else we have seen this year. If we have to make, we haven't seen much enough of movies that year to make something like a top 10, but I'm absolutely convinced we can do top 5, but I think that you already know what will be number 1, so yeah,
Of course.
what else can we put there? Yeah.
Now, Logan, please go through the both chats and try to read something. I need to rest my voice.
Let's see now what we have. So yeah, I think we had some things over here. Yeah. Jeremiah, hello if we didn't say, he says Pocahontas was a true story messed with Disney to be wrong about the truth of the historical story. And as a Virginian-born person, I know Pocahontas actually happened, just not the same way that people see it in the movie by Disney. Absolutely, but it's still not a spiritual story, Jeremiah.
Yeah, that's another.
It's a real historical story, but nothing spiritual there. Horrible story what happened to that girl.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. It's not like in the Disney movie when everything is hunky-dory,
Okay, please don't tell me. Please don't.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to say. I just say that it's not like that story. Good. But again, nothing spiritual there. Okay, yeah, not a spiritual thing, then it's because it wasn't historically accurate because it was a Disney film. But again, if it was historically accurate, again, nothing spiritual in the story.
Yeah,
Don't
so
forget
both
that.
cases don't have
Both
anything
cases,
spiritual.
nothing spiritual, yes. King of Monsters says, my boy Jake is a Marine. I will not have his title tarnished. It's not tarnished. He actually, he's the one
He's the
who
best.
gives this title, the real meaning, unlike the other guys in that movie. So yeah,
He is the best.
he is the best.
He's the man.
Jake.
Yeah, but Jake.
Sigourney Weaver's character is pretty cool. Looking forward to seeing what they do with her in the third movie, says King of Monsters. You love it, King. I am sure that you love it. If you already like her from the second movie, you love what is happening with her here, indeed. And Sigourney Weaver deserves an Oscar for playing the best teenager ever, actually.
Yes, so
Boy,
beautiful.
if all teenagers could have
Beautiful
been like
performance.
Absolutely.
Elle Turner, hello, great
Hey,
and
Elle
beautiful
Turner.
people. What up, Logan and Empress? Well, Elle Turner, welcome. We just finished our review for the movie. We're just taking comments out real
Yeah.
quick because I can still barely speak. Please watch the review from the beginning. It's very important when you can.
And
When you can.
King of Monsters says about Dune, Dune put me to sleep 4 times. Me too,
Yeah.
might be even more, especially the second one.
Lord Ragnar.
Lord Ragnar is here.
Empress Logan, what's your 1 to
What's your
10
1 to
rating?
10
Out of
rating?
10, whatever I see in theaters or wait to stream it. Like you said,
As
10.
we said, 10, so I guess you're seeing it.
This movie you
Yeah.
cannot see on the smaller screen.
Oh,
please.
you have to see it on a big screen, of
Big
course.
screen.
With
the
good
3D
seats.
glasses.
Yes.
3D is also great because James Cameron actually uses 3D cameras
Yeah.
to film it, and is that converted? Converted always sucks.
Always sucks.
Monkey balls.
Man of Culture says, I'm lucky I'm French. I can't hear the spoil or the rating because I don't understand. We didn't give many spoilers. The rating is 10 out of 10. This much you understand, I think. Yeah, Dragneo is here, as we say. Man of Culture to King of Monsters. I sleep 5+ time, but seriously, after 30 minutes, I stopped the movie about Dune. Here you go, guys. Here you go. Even if you didn't get the spiritual part of Avatar, you have a great movie there, unlike Dune, which just overrated, if you ask me.
Yeah, also Alterna says that we're the only one that sing its praises.
Oh,
That's why I said
That's why, yeah.
at the beginning, this is the only review on YouTube.
Lenny says that.
Lenny, sorry.
Yeah.
This is the only review on YouTube of its nature. Nobody else are actually going to talk about what Avatar is really about.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
if you haven't watched the review from the beginning, please do it whenever you can.
I would still like to think that those people just maybe they saw something spiritual, but they're afraid to speak about it and decide I'm just going to say crap. But I doubt that this is the case. I still try to see some good in people, but really
No, they were absolutely hateful, like
Absolutely,
spewing
yes.
hate how trashy it was. It's so absurd, but again, it's so sad because
So sad indeed.
they just don't know what the movie's about.
Yeah, Dune was painful to watch. I'd rather watch paint dry with an extra layer and try and watch the movie again.
No, don't.
Yeah. And as I think he said it, King said it somewhere earlier that it should be like a war torture, showing that movie to people, military torture.
Better CGI than the crap Marvel movie CGI we get from Disney. Disney take notes. Well, yes, but they just can't afford to do it. James Cameron can't afford to do it.
But the thing
thing.
is also that they for their crappy Ant-Man 3 movie, whatever the name of that movie, they used that screen called the volume, which James Cameron also uses, and still did shitty job with it.
Yeah, it's totally different.
But how? But how?
Because after that, 3D artists don't have the time, and it's not only that. It's about what also James Cameron developed his technology's understanding of.
Yeah, so you can't just use the volume because it's there. You still have to know how to use it and actually to
also, and then post-production.
Yeah, which apparently they didn't do for that.
A blue alien beauty could definitely convince me to not burn the world. Well,
But as we said,
sure.
he was convinced because of other things.
But yeah,
Yeah.
everything convinced him.
Yeah.
Not just Neytiri because she's Neytiri. She showed him the world and how deep it is, and then he understood we have to protect this.
Mm.
Is
Exactly.
that and the love that came was just a natural thing,
Mm.
just natural because she was
Yeah.
so open and pure. And how many times you get that with a human?
Yeah. To be open and pure.
He saw a
Indeed.
true woman with a pure heart. She was pure of heart, and
Yes.
he was pure of heart. And he finally found his freaking soulmate, like literally.
Mm.
Of course, he's gonna be in love with her. It's not about her beauty at all. It's about her inner beauty.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly. This is what doesn't happen exactly in Pocahontas, and this is the part that is missing in Pocahontas, in Ferngully. There is just uh, there is a woman there that shows him things, but the other thing is missing in all those movies. Nazco, as we said, Hero Nazco. What did I miss? Well, the whole review, but you can go back and see it. No, it was a joke because you called him a soldier earlier. Okay, yeah, good. Okay.
And
Lenny
then,
says,
yeah,
I see a lot of thumbnails saying
said
the
that,
third
yeah.
avatar is trash. Yeah, the only one that is seeing is, well, that's why we are, superhero truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we speak the truth. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, based on our lifelong studies, actually.
Exactly.
Especially, I mean, you studied some Eastern books?
Eastern?
Not Eastern. West.
Eastern? No, Eastern.
Eastern. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. Eastern.
Yeah. Eastern books. Yeah. Mostly from
Mostly
that side.
Eastern,
Yeah.
but I studied the other spiritual science, which
Yeah.
is still the same as the Eastern, but just more
Actually,
complicated.
yes, that's what people don't know, that fate, and that's why we said fate and religions are two different things. Essentially it's the same. There is no fate in word that wants you to hate another person.
You confuse me now.
Well, I mean,
You said essentially it's the same. Religion and faith are not the same.
no, I said that is the same whether is it Eastern or Western or
That's
whatever,
what
as
you
long
mean.
as it's
Okay.
fate, yeah.
Let's put the
Yeah.
more words into that
Not
sentence,
the religion,
so
yes.
it's clear. Yeah. So yeah, of course. I mean, there's only one spiritual science, and even if Eastern how is the word for that, waves, spiritual waves, so to speak, spiritual movements or whatever, they say it in a different way, but it's the same thing. It's always the same thing.
We too, yes. We also have faith, but not religious, because religion is, as the Emperor said, something created by people.
It's manufactured by people.
Manufactured by people to, again, control you, to spew hate, because religion will tell you gotta hate those people there because they don't have the same thing as you.
Yeah, but it's all one.
Which in faith is not in faith. Everything is one. Whether is it going to be Buddhism or whatever.
Yeah,
Christianity. It's all one. Christianity, it's all one. That's the faith. That's where actually true love goes.
Yeah.
Because that's actually true love again.
Yeah, and Buddhism happened before Christianity, was it?
Yeah.
So yeah, Buddhism happened before that, but it gave us a lot of wisdom, and then Christianity continued that.
Yeah.
And
but again,
they're actually connected if you read books.
Exactly.
Again, if you read many books from many authors that are literally, I don't know how to say it, they're just
enlightened. Let's say it.
I mean, which is also explained, because it's not just like, oh, these people know stuff. How do they know stuff? You'll see how. But if you never tap into those things, you never even have a concept for it. It's not the mainstream thing. You can only find those things if you consciously want to know and search for them. You can also find horrible books, though, that are not good.
Exactly, even with Buddhism, because even there are people who get to the extreme. Things like you have to live in a cave for the rest of your life. Far away from all the people.
There's many things that are connected to its time as well. There are methods of doing things back then.
Yeah.
But this is not then. This is now, and now there's other methods, which is basically your own journey in understanding whatever way you can do that. like Blair did.
Yeah, exactly.
For everybody, it's gonna be different and unique, so to speak. So yeah,
Thing is that to find actually the thing that speaks to you,
yeah.
the one that you feel, and that would be your thing actually. El Turner says, this is why I love Yo's channel. You have very interesting and well-rounded world views.
Thanks,
Yes.
Turner. We appreciate that because what we say could be considered super out there, but we defend that by saying, well, we really are well educated on those things and those concepts, and we know that authors do that. We know they're not gonna be authors of anything if they themselves didn't read books like that. They need ideas, they need concepts, they need to understand some things. And even though they write them in a very fantastic way, in the wrong way, it's all on purpose. Because once they know the right way, they can write in the wrong way, just so it can be consumed by the masses.
Yeah.
And be understood.
Because everyone has a different level of understanding, and sometimes you need to understand it, you need a different form of that. So might be an easier form depending on your level, so that you understand it.
Example.
Yeah.
The TV series Supernatural.
Yeah, I was going to say also Doctor Strange.
Yeah, okay, Doctor Strange.
The
He had
movie,
very
yeah.
cool Eastern ideas about getting out of your body and stuff.
Yeah, which actually come from the comic books too, because they read those things. I mean, the moment you open some of the early Doctor Strange, I was going to say Stranger Things, Doctor Strange comic books, and you see, oh, those people actually read something.
Yeah.
And when you see the movie, I actually love the first movie. I like the second one, but the first one specifically for those parts with you getting out of your body, changing way of thinking,
some ancient wisdom.
He
went there
exactly.
with hubris.
Yes, exactly.
But he was humbled and enlightened in the spiritual.
Yeah. So that's
But again, guys, you have to know this and always remember it. In all movies, spiritual, whatever it is, it's always represented with my material concepts and manifestations on the screen. Otherwise, you will never understand them. That's wrong. That's wrong. But for the most part, there is no other way. In order for us to understand anything, it has to be materialized somehow. So, for example, again, that show that I just said and I forgot already.
The
Supernatural. Supernatural has demons. I haven't watched I have watched only one episode because it was dealing with demons and I don't want to watch that. But in general, I know what the show is about and all the concepts. Like he also is a very huge fan. He's telling me about it. So it has demons, it has angels, archangels, whatever. And always they're material and they're always in human form. They're always like that. That's always gonna be the case in all the movies. And then we're going to have the concept of them having human characteristics and being very humanized, having human desires or passions or human whatever it is. They're trying to bring them down to our level as much as possible so we can understand them. But that is totally destroying them. I mean, when you see an angel on screen and he's behaving like a human, and he has human inspirations or whatever motivations, that's not an angel, that's not an archangel, that's nothing, that's a human. But again, that's the only way that writers can write these things.
Yeah, I think this started ever since back in the days with the myths and legends when all the gods have those human qualities, so maybe it stems from there. Even in Greek mythology. Because the gods have those human qualities that you say. That's created by people again.
I know.
Yeah. So maybe it's.
But it's kind of different because back in those times in ancient Greece, people didn't have our ways of thinking, understanding of anything. So they expressed themselves in ways that were very genuine from their point of view, but they were not the same as how we see reality today. It's very hard to explain. It's alleged, I don't know how to say it, but as far as we know, back in those days, people actually were psychics. Like now, some people are psychics today with proven abilities. They're very, very rare. But back then, there's a lot of information to suggest that a lot of people are psychics. Not one
Not
every
one,
two
yeah.
million or billion, but a lot, if not all. And they could see manifestations of the gods with a spiritual view, just like humans. Like in their human forms and whatever. And that's why they describe them this way. So that is the explanation. Now, how those gods wants to be seen and what are they and all those things are very complicated questions that still there are answers to that as well. But the point is that that's how myths and legends are. They have seen things from with the spiritual eye, and they see them as clear as we see any material thing today because it's intertwined with the material world. It's the same. It's like it exists in the same plane, and for that person. But we lost that ability long ago, so we can so we can exist more in the material and create other qualities through the material. So yeah, it's complicated. It's very, very long, and I shouldn't just peel things like that. But I'm just saying those are the things that again James Cameron have read
Yep.
for sure, for sure. And also Warhammer authors. That's right, Warhammer. They read about the afterlife and they wrote the version of hell, which is the war, but they left only that. There's no heaven in Warhammer. There's only there's only the warp, which was neutral and then became evil because of all the different species that pour their horrible thoughts and deeds and whatever emotions in there. But to create the warp, you have to know what are the concepts that we accepted or studied or whatever. And from them, you can come up with totally different crap.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. It's very difficult to talk with a cold. We have to stop. We did the review.
Yeah.
I gave my all.
Absolutely, yes.
Literally gave
I
my
think
all,
that
guys.
you have better understanding of the movies now, so
We hope you understand Avatar better. Please watch the review from the beginning and keep an open mind. But again, those are the facts. That's how directors are, and that's how James Cameron is. And that's it. That's really what it is.
exactly.
I will, Lenny. I will.
Yes, time for rest indeed.
So tomorrow morning I have to stream alone because Logan he has to take care of things. So we'll see what we're gonna stream in the morning. And after that's New Year's. I have to go buy some food stuff. My Corey Sunny will be super stressed because they throw all the bombs, they make all the fireworks and all the animals suffer. Every year we have animals dead because of this. Every year. It's absolute tragedy because some wild people want to throw bombs out their windows and literally release freaking fireworks.
Oh, here locals. Yeah.
In between people's windows.
You know, firecrackers and all.
Yeah, firecrackers. Yeah. So I will be next to my doggies, and at least the other two doggies are not afraid.
Yeah.
But Sunny is, because last year on the 28th of December, I was walking the puppies, and some wild, crazy guy, decided to release fireworks show under a freaking food shop, and we were just passing by that food shop, and we were just under that.
Oh look, we have one of my favorite comments. Hello, last shadow favorite comments in quotation mark. He borrowed the whole story from Ferngully from back in the day. Man, just go back in the beginning, okay?
And you understand everything.
And you understand everything. Otherwise, have fun with Ferngully.
Yeah.
What else to tell you? I mean, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Just let's watch from the beginning. And Yasu says, as like to say, often heaven and hell are not places; they are mind conditions. That's another topic.
Yeah.
That's another topic. It could be also a mind condition. Yeah, for sure.
Thomas, yeah, here around New Year is like a war zone. People are throwing the crackers through the windows. Yes, believe us when we tell you, people are retarded here in that sense. You know, And whenever you ask, because I had a student who said that he went to his village and threw firecrackers, and I asked him, and why do you do that? And he said, I don't know. He said, boy, if I just hit you with a chair, they really don't know. The kids don't know, but it's because of a stupid adult that showed them that, you know.
Yeah.
If you're a parent, you can't say, just throw it out of the window, we make spark and let's have fun. Jesus Christ, retired people.
Yeah,
you know.
every year we have dogs escaped or dogs died. Kitties
Birdies
escape
also,
or die.
yeah.
Birdies die.
Yeah.
Chipmunks.
Yeah. Not to mention that if you're an older person or even not older, but a person with a heart condition again, and what if that really is next to you or something like that? It's again not good people.
Should
What
be
if
against the
what
law.
if I want to have a rest? You know how many times I woke up because of dushka bang.
Yeah.
You know, Jesus Christ.
No, we are working towards forbidding those things, but
I mean, you can
I'm
have
not sure
fun
how
in
far we
so
are.
many other ways. Why do you have to behave like an animal? This is again the avatar thing. So just behave like animals. So yeah, I want to scream and shout and let it all out, as they say in the song, and throwing firecracker, everywhere. everywhere
It's
else.
just that animals really die
Just think about
and
the animals. Yeah,
suffer.
think about the animals. Don't think about. Wouldn't this make you feel happy actually and have fun knowing that animals are safe? Yeah.
Hey, hi to Mahendra.
Hey, Makenda.
We already did the review and now we're talking about other things before we go.
Yeah, we just went on a tangent, but we
Yes.
have to.
Yeah, we did the review. The only thing that I will say is that we don't have that problem where you go to a movie theater and people are loud.
Yeah.
Nobody says a thing.
Thank God for that.
Everybody are quiet.
Yes.
Quiet. So I had 99% of my movie going experiences I was a child until now were very good.
Yeah.
I had like one time when I actually watched The Matrix, I think 2, was it? When I was a very little kid, I watched Matrix 2, and Neytiri freaking died. And some...
Wait, who?
Sorry, not Neytiri.
Trinity, yes.
Trinity.
Okay. No spoilers, people. Trinity is.
No.
No, I mean,
No,
Neytiri is alive.
Neytiri is okay. Trinity died. People laughed. People laughed out loud that she died.
Yeah.
The same people are watching Avatar.
Yeah.
By the way, today, as adults.
Yeah, yeah.
And saying the same
exactly.
things.
And saying the same things.
And acting the same way. Immature.
Mm.
So that was like the only time, and the other time was when actually my best friend at the time just screamed laughter because we went to see the first Spider-Man movie. She screamed and laughed when he hit the wall the first time when he was trying his web shooters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Boy.
She's like, ah. I'm like, keep it down.
Funny scene. Keep it down. Keep it down.
down.
Thank you, Yasto. Yes.
Yeah.
We're taking measures for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mahenda says Japan movie theater is much worse where there is no interval. Really? Oh boy.
Well, we have no intermission.
We have also no intermission.
Yeah. And no, Mehander, please, no, don't say that. Not copy thing. We explained what actually Avatar is, and it's not about that. So
Whoa,
please,
what did he say?
Please go see the review from the beginning. You understand. Everybody's saying that like copy and paste, like repeating the same thing like robots. You have to know actually the idea and everything else why it's like that. So please go see the beginning, please, when you can, of course. Okay, guys, we really have to go. Have a great New Year's Eve.
Just sent to sleep not when. That's intentional. I'm doing impersonation. Put that cookie down.
Yeah.
Get it all.
Okay, read what the Elterner said. Have to stop talking because I just can't talk anymore. Where? Here.
Heaven and hell being a state of mind is an interesting concept, especially if you consider them to be levels of the human chakra, and the biblical scripture says that the kingdom is inside us.
That too, but that's a lot more complicated, it seems. Basically, there is only there's different levels of the afterlife. And those who did wrong things will suffer what they did through their life in a backwards motion. So starting from your last moment on earth, all the way back when you were a kid. You're gonna when you reach a moment when you did something bad, you're gonna know how the other person felt, the one person that you did the bad thing to. You feel like that person felt in that moment, but it's gonna be amplified to the endless amount, so that you feel the full consequence and actually real meaning of what you actually did, like universally. So that's hell. That's hell. That's actually hell. And heaven will be just a person that didn't do, bad things, that had a lot of experience in life. If you're an artist, you have more things to do, more things to experience. You'll see your art there represented in spiritual form. And you just have more rich life in the afterlife if you're a better person. And if you're an art person as well. Many things, 7 levels. There's 7 levels.
Something which Todd McFarlane could have touched upon in his Spawn comic books, but he decided not to, and it's very surface level. Also, Clayton says at that point, Arnold sounds like Logan, not Logan. Kind of.
That's
Thank
so
you.
funny.
Yeah, great one. Yes.
That's so funny. Oh yes, El Turner. I mean,
Yeah, it is deep. It is deep, El Turner, indeed.
yeah, I started my studies when I was 5, so I can't even begin to explain to you
I
everything.
didn't, but thank God it happened at the correct moment. For me, it actually happened when I was 33. Which is the
the age of Christ. That's
the age
right.
of Christ, exactly. So,
Yeah.
and that's why I was actually had that realization. Oh, it's happening now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
Indeed,
you're able
indeed.
to get more complicated stuff,
yeah.
which is great. I hate Elvis Presley for some reason, says Thomas.
Well, that's random.
That's very random, Thomas.
Okay. Thomas,
Yeah.
you are not even existing at his time period. I mean, what?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't like his music, or you don't like him as a person, or what?
Why would
Okay.
you hate him? Like,
Don't hate
he's
anyone.
not even alive.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I really can't talk anymore. So thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow we're gonna play something else, not Lara, because Logan is not here. And yeah. And last thing, Alternative says I'm dabbling on the Book of Enoch right now. It's pretty interesting too, and describes 10 heavens.
The Book of Enoch. I have heard of that, but not much. Oh, you tell us more the next time then. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But be careful. Be careful with certain books for sure.
Yeah. Also with certain authors, really, it must be from an enlightened person, or very close to enlightenment, let's say, but who is still realizing that he's very close to that, but his ego is not writing. Let's say it like that. Yeah.
Ego is not what?
It's not writing. His ego is not the one that is doing the work.
Yeah. Ego is also definitely a complicated topic. There's the higher ego and the lower ego, and the higher ego is when you have a objective understanding of yourself and others.
That's another thing, that it's very modern now, that the understanding of the ego now. Lots of videos for that, but really is what the Empress said, because otherwise we have just one understanding that this is the worst thing ever. But there is the higher one, and we said this is when people have to make the difference.
Yeah, definitely. So
Indeed.
a hero like Jake in the movie, he tries to do all the right things. That is a guy with a higher ego that will give up, surrender, whatever he has to do, fight just for the sake of others. And courage is a representation of the lower ego. When you're driven so much by ego, then you don't see anything else. You just see your pride, and you fight even if it's the wrong side. And even if you're doing unspeakable evils, you still don't see it because of your ego. That's a lower ego.
Don't worry, Lenny, that's you're totally in the right of that. You shouldn't do it if you don't feel it. No, you shouldn't do anything that you don't feel ready for. That.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. Otherwise, you get the reverse effect. So really, yeah.
This is only for. I mean, spiritual science is only for people that really want to know.
Yeah.
No, but not do not do anything else. I mean, you shouldn't. You have to feel it on the inside.
Exactly.
It's literally like that. It has to be the most natural thing. If it's not, just don't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Absolutely no. No, it's the opposite of pressure.
Exactly.
Okay, guys. Love ya. Till next time. Have a very merry New Year's Eve, and see you in the morning. Last stream of the year.
Ooh.
This morning. Love you. Bye bye.
The 40K Empress leads the way as warriors of the imperium sway into realms where dangers play, where hidden minds hold sway. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Beneath the grand cathedral spires, plots twist like smoldering fires, but with her blade of pure desire, she claims the stars entire. Through stars and storms we rise,